Are you a researcher or an inventor with a great idea and no clue of how to turn it into a business? Check out Eco Capital. They'll get it done. 90% of app ideas fail. If you don't want that to be you, check out Big Kitty Labs. They can help you be successful. Do you run a startup? Chances are your employees are underpaid. Give them the benefit that really matters. 614 Startups Entrepreneurs Brew. Email us today for details. Welcome to the 614 Startups Podcast, the entrepreneur's guide to launching a startup in Columbus, Ohio. 614 Startups Nation, welcome back to another episode of the 614 Startups Podcast, and I am super excited. I would like to say this is probably my favorite young entrepreneur on the Columbus startup scene, Brooke Yoakam of GiftPocket. What's up, Brooke?
Nothing much. I'm so excited to be here today.
Now, you made me a fan. Like Michelle Mersha from Booking Street is like your biggest fan. I'm probably your second biggest fan now because she's been telling me so much about you. And I finally heard you speak at Rev 1 for the Young Entrepreneurs panel that you did. And I was instantly sold. So awesome job on that.
Thank you. I'm so glad you watched it. It was on Facebook. I didn't think that many people would watch it.
Yeah. Brandon Gottlieb, who was on there with you, his company Nextdoor, his one of his co-founders, I think his CTO, was on the show. And so immediately after he was done with it, he sent the video to me. I checked it out and you did a wonderful job. So if you guys haven't watched that, go and watch it and I'll be proven right that you're doing big things. So every episode we start with a bit of your personal background. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So obviously my name is Brooke. I'm 16 years old and I'm a junior in high school. And I play soccer, I did student council, and I'm also the founder and CEO of GiftPocket, which is a mobile shopping app for all of your gift cards. So you can pay with them in stores and then keep them on there. And then if you get gift cards you don't like, you can add them onto the app and then convert them into GP points and buy gift cards that you actually want to use. Okay,
so we just can't gloss over the fact that you're 16 and you're starting your company and you're getting so much traction already. So when did you start thinking about starting your own business?
I think I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. When I was younger, I'd always have lemonade stands and I would go around with my brother, like passing out flyers, making sure we were at the spot that would get the most amount of traction. I didn't really know what the word entrepreneur was, maybe till I was 10 and I went to camp and my mom told me about that word. But I think I've always had the entrepreneurial spirit. And so when I was given the opportunity to do the Young Entrepreneurs Academy when I was 12, I knew I wanted to do it.
All right, and it's in your blood too, right?
Yeah, my mom, my dad, my grandfather, my uncle, they're all entrepreneurs, so it's kind of almost destined for me to be one as well.
Mm-hmm. So growing up in an entrepreneurial household, you see maybe the good and maybe the long hours and all of the pros and cons that go with it. So, but it seems like whatever you saw didn't dissuade you. You wanted to start your own company. Is this kind of, like you said, you had the lemonade stands. Is this kind of the first business that you're saying you're going to put all the structure around and you're going to give it a go and you try to grow it as big as you can?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I've done maybe bracelet companies or phone case companies, but nothing has definitely been as serious as GiftPocket. I mean, we're an LLC, so it's real.
Right. And you're out here, you're on this podcast, and you're going to Rev 1 and you're talking to people about your business. And you explained, kind of gave us the elevator pitch of GiftPocket. When I heard it the first time, I was like, why the hell didn't I think of that? So what was it about your experience with gift cards? Because I think when you were telling your story, you said you get gift cards all the time you don't like. Everybody's had that experience at least once before, right? Or a gift card that they never use. What was kind of that spark that made you said, hey, there's a business here?
Well, when I started the Young Entrepreneurs Academy, on the first day, they asked us, what's a problem you think you can solve? And I was trying to run through all the problems that go through every single day. And I'm like, you know what? I have gift cards, so many of them, and I don't know what to do with them. And this was around the time where apps were the new big thing. Ooh, apps, what is this? What's Instagram? I was GiftPocket? Maybe a gift card app? I was ooh, that's a cool idea. And obviously I didn't know what coding was or how to really create a business, but I was let's just try this and see how this goes. And now I'm here.
Okay. And so slow walk me through the concept, right? So, I mean, nobody's buying gift cards for themselves typically. So you're expecting that most of your customers would have received a gift card from someone else. And the idea is that instead of a physical card that you have to walk around with, the first thing is converting that into this wallet concept or an app on the phone. Do I have that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so ease of use, right? So now it's on this phone. You could leave your gift card at home, but nobody leaves their phone at home. So this travels with you everywhere. In addition to that, though, you're saying that you might also receive a gift card that you don't
like at all.
Like for a store or a place that you don't particularly like. So what then does the app allow me to do?
So you'll just add that gift card on there, and maybe you keep it in your pocket for a little time, and then you're like, I'm never going to use this. So you flip to the back of the gift card and you click exchange, and then you'll get GP points for that gift card, and it will take 24 to 48 hours to get those points. And then with those points, you can buy another gift card from over 50 brands that we have on the app, and we're adding more every day.
All right. Now, are you processing the transaction yourself through the app? So did you guys have to build a back-end processor? Do you become the de facto processor, or is it seamless?
We have third parties that are helping us do this, and there's no other competitor that's doing that out there, and that's what's made it a lot more complex than we thought when we were first creating it. But that's what makes GiftPocket so cool, is we're the only ones that have this whole GP points exchange feature.
Okay. And so what was your sales pitch like to all the 50 vendors that are now on GiftPocket? I mean, it's intuitive, right? You can trade, but what if people are trading out of their gift cards into other gift cards, right? So it's tempting, but I guess you can't capture the whole market. But what was your pitch to them to get them on board?
For the 50 brands that we reached out to, we sent them a pitch deck kind of. And the biggest thing we told them is we're targeting the teen demographic. It's really hard to target the teens just because of some laws and stuff. And we're like, we have them at our hands. Teens use gift cards the most. And you'll be able to reach them easily, and they'll be able to buy your gift cards because they'll have points that they want to spend. Yeah, they'll exchange some of your gift cards, but when you exchange that gift card, someone else will buy that gift card that would actually want to use it.
Okay, got it. And so what have you found has been the toughest part going from idea to a company? And you guys are going to be launching here soon, right? If you haven't already.
Yeah, we're actually starting our beta test at the end of the week with around 100 people. And then we'll be actually launching hopefully a couple weeks after that, maybe end of the month. So
just for reference, we're recording this on the 22nd of January. You're going to be doing your beta, like you said, next week, and you're going to be launching in a couple weeks. So is it safe to say that by March 2019, you guys will be out there and people can check you out?
Let's cross our fingers and our toes that we'll be in the App Store by then.
All right. So that's the goal, though.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. And so outside of the App Store, or the App Store is basically is the only way that folks can access this? Or is it something like, if I don't have an app but I have a gift card, can I go to a website and do the same thing?
Right now, you'll only be able to use GiftPocket from the Apple App Store. Our goals are definitely to expand into the Android, Google Play Store, and website would definitely be further along the road for us.
Okay. So I could put the card on and keep the card to that store and only use the app for the convenience of not having to carry around a card, right?
Yes.
That's step one.
Yeah, GiftPocket, that's the main goal GiftPocket is solving, that you don't lose your gift cards anymore. And that's why I love GiftPocket, because I will no longer lose my gift cards. And then you have some other bonus features in there.
Okay, so let's just take that first scenario. One of the most annoying things about gift cards is that $2.32 that gets left on there and just never gets spent. Have you done any research into how much money goes unspent on gift cards? Like, just because at that store there's nothing there for $2.32, so I can't use that $2.32.
Yes, every year $1 billion of gift cards goes unused, and that number is continuously growing. Same with like the accumulated number, it's like probably like $50+ billion. And so the nice thing about GiftPocket is now you'll know that you have that gift card in your pocket. And say you have like 3 gift cards, one's $1, one's 73 cents, and one's $25. It will make it look like you have the 26 or so dollars, and not until the pay moment will you know you have that like $1 gift card. So it helps organize your gift cards as well, which is an important feature in my eyes.
Okay, so I got my $2, I put my gift card on, I spent it, let's say I like this store, I got my $2.35. Is it GP points at that point, or is it still $2.36?
Wait.
When does it become GP points?
It becomes GP points when you exchange it.
Okay.
But if it's a gift card, it's in gift card dollars. If
so
you want
it's
to say it like
still
that.
In cash, right? It's
Yeah.
still $2.35. Now, okay, I have $2.35, but I have more gift cards, like you said, 2 or 3 on my wallet, but I don't like the other stores, and now I go to exchange it. So that's when I convert into GP points. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. So the GP points now, I can't go back to cash once I go to GP. So once I say, hey, I want GP points because I want to exchange it for something else, I am committed to the exchange. Is that correct?
Yes, but now that you're committed to the exchange, you can kind of go back to cash because you're going back to a gift card, but gift cards and cash aren't exactly the same thing.
All right. But you're basically facilitating the purchase of another gift card.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Is there any middle space where there's a market for GP purchases? Meaning, instead of going gift card to gift card, can I just go cash to GP and just buy in a marketplace of some sort?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
You can buy GP points in packets, like we like to call them. We play on the P words. So 10 GP points is $1. So you can buy 100 GP points for $10, 250 for $25, and so on. And so that just kind of like helps because most gift cards you'll probably buy in like 10, 25, 30, 40, kind of like that. So you can buy packets in that amount as well.
Okay. And have you started to think, or maybe even have retailers started to propose to you that using GP points affords them some kind of reward? So is there any benefit plus, not just the convenience of having my card on the phone and exchanging it for other cards? Are there any rewards for using GiftPocket above and beyond that?
Right now, there isn't any rewards for retailers, and maybe that's more long-term goals. Definitely, once we launch, we're going to work with some of our ideas that we have for phase 2, but a reward system or reward program is definitely in the near future, and rewarding users for using the app is definitely something that we would love to do.
Okay. So let's get into the nitty gritty of actually building a business. So this is your first one. Are you a solo founder or do you have co-founders?
I mean, obviously my mom is my founder and she's been there with me since day one, but no one else has been like skipping school, going to all the lunch meetings and working on GiftPocket, doing wireframing and stuff. So like, obviously there's other co-founders, but I think we each like have done different things to make the app to where it is today.
Okay. And so in terms of like wireframing the app out, about the user experience, what has been the most fun part of actually seeing your vision come to life? Because there are a lot of steps to make all these things happen, right? And we understand like people react very quickly. If it's difficult to get my card from physical to digital, if it's difficult to exchange the GP points, what have you learned in the process of trying to build a product that's practical, useful, but also has to function from a user perspective?
Definitely my biggest focus has been on user experience and making sure it's as seamless as possible. We're going for the teen demographic and they love easy and simple. And there has been some struggles. Like we would love to take a picture of a gift card and those numbers be on the app, but the functionality is just too difficult to do right now. And so sometimes I just kind of have to move on and be like, we're just going to have to put that into phase 2 and worry about that later so we can just get in the app store.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Can you just pitch the gift card companies on putting a QR code on the back so that they can take a picture of it and you can use it? It's the same thing, right? So either you can use the card or you can put it on GiftPocket.
You know, if it was that simple, we would have done that yesterday.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But pitching all the gift card companies would be a long process, and they would be revolving around us, and they probably would rather that we revolve around them.
Yeah, you'd be taking some of their power away.
Yeah.
Just a suggestion.
No, to control the gift card industry would be amazing, but I don't think that's going to happen right now, sadly.
All right. Maybe when you grow to Amazon size, then you can make them put your QR code on the back of their cards.
Yeah. Well.
All right. So user experience has been very important. How about building a team? So the folks who are actually building out the app, are you guys at that phase, or are you just basically, like you said, going into beta, and so maybe you've had to outsource some of these things?
Building the team has definitely been the most important part in my eyes. You know, I'm 16. I haven't gone to college. There's a lot of experience that I just haven't had yet. And so obviously you're talking about Michelle Mersha, and so she's joined our team, and so she has brought a lot of financial experience to make sure, you know, we're making money, because at the end of the day, we need to make money somehow. And then my mom has some like financial and legal experience as well. And then we had to hire developers because, I don't know how to code, nor do I have the time with school and everything. So that has been a really helpful part with the developers. And then we hired a CTO recently, and that's just been tremendously helpful because there's like a language barrier, but there's also like, just like I'm taking computer science classes in school, but I don't still like speak the language that they speak, like computer science ways. So like he's really able to make sure that they get stuff done and are on top of their stuff, so we can really make sure that we're ready to launch with everything.
Okay, so are you bootstrapping this thing, or are you have you received outside investment?
We've been self-funded pretty much. I got like $2,000 from the Young Entrepreneurs Academy, but if you guys know the app industry, that doesn't go too far.
Yeah, and so we have some friends in the app industry. If you want to wink and a nod in a direction of some folks who are very experienced.
That would be awesome. We're starting fundraising now, right? Actually, and so because we need funds to do the phase 2 of the app, which we're really excited about because they'll hopefully increase user activity in the app.
Okay, great. And you mentioned briefly monetization, right? So making money. Are you able to share, or are you still exploring what the business model is going to be?
Yeah, the way that we make money is off the buying and selling of the gift cards. When you sell your gift card, say it's a $25 gift card, you'll probably get like equal to like $20 or so dollars. But the way I think about it is that gift card was essentially worth nothing to you because you weren't going to use it, and now you're getting something for it. And that's just how it has to work. And so we'll make a little money off of that, and then the buying of gift cards will make some money. And we have to be sustainable. Eventually there'll be other ways where we'll make money, but those are more long term.
Mm-hmm. So I haven't been a teenager in a while. And you say this company is focused on teenagers. Outside of you being a teenager yourself, and like you said, did you say that teenagers are the biggest
receiver of gift cards? Yes.
Receiver of gift cards. Why do you think teenagers will use GiftPocket, right? Is it because of the convenience factor? Is it because of the tradability? What do you think will be the biggest kind of draw for them to go from the physical card to your product?
I think hopefully the biggest reason for them wanting to use GiftPocket will be obviously because they face the gift card problem, but hopefully because they want, I'm a teenager, I'm creating an app for them and kind of getting behind almost like a movement of teens helping teenagers. And I just think that teenagers as well start trends, and so I wanted to target them as well because hopefully they can help get it moving. But anyone that has a gift card and a phone can definitely use GiftPocket.
Mm-hmm. Are you thinking about using any of the social platforms for easier adoption, not just as distribution channels, but as actual ways in which people can acquire the app? I don't know how you would do that, but I know the one place that absolutely has the teenagers' attention, and like you said, going from trend to trend, are these social apps. Do you see any trends there from what's happening in the social space for how quickly teens adopt those apps to build something similar into your app? Is there any social engagement that could be built into the, because that's what I think, everybody's a voyeur kind of, and it makes everybody a star. So adoption for those platforms are really easy for teenagers. Are you thinking about any social aspects to this? Because that demographic is completely social.
Yeah, we definitely have some really cool ideas about increasing user activity with a social aspect. I don't know if I can spill those details, but I have some really cool ideas and I can't wait to see them come to life because I think, like you were saying, the apps that teens use the most is where they can connect to friends, see what their friends are doing. And so we have an idea for GiftPocket that they'll be able to connect with their friends in a unique way, but we're not trying to make a new Facebook, a new Instagram, or a text messaging place, but it'll be a cool feature where you'll want to be on there more often than just when you go shopping.
Right. And I think that adoption thing is going to be key, right? So getting your first mass of users on the app and then providing them an easy way to tell their friends to get on the app, and then creating ways that they can collect points or rewards for bringing in more people on the app. And so I guess at this point in the business, ahead of the launch, building up your team, finding the right advisors, what are some of the things that are keeping you up? because entrepreneurs, all of us have those things that we're thinking about constantly. What are some problems in your business, or what are some things that you're trying to figure out right now?
I think the biggest thing is just getting into the App Store, getting the beta launch. I've told my friends about this, and they're so eager. They're like, when is it coming out? When is it coming out? I'm like, I promise you it's coming soon. I've been working so hard. Every single day we're doing something that gets us closer and closer to the launch. And that's honestly what's keeping me up, because I just want to see it real and see it in someone's hands. I think that's going to be the moment where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is real. I don't think it's really hit me yet. I think when I see someone that I don't even know use the app in a store and I'm like, that's my app, like that's just going to be such a rewarding moment. Be like, wow, I did something. Right.
And you're probably going to freak out when somebody points at you and say, oh my God, that's Brooke Yoakam.
Yeah, that's going to be a weird moment. Be like, yeah, hi. I don't know.
All right. So I have a little girl at home. And so every time I have a female entrepreneur on the show, I just project out what I think one of the many possibilities for her life that would make me absolutely very proud. And Brooke, I am absolutely very proud of you for what you're doing. As you build this business, do you see as part of your role being an inspiration in that regard? Have you experienced or been exposed in that way to kind of starting to think of yourself in that way?
Yeah, it was, I think it was was it 2016? Oh my God, it feels like forever ago, but it was like recently. I spoke at the National Conference for Girl Scouts, and I had a booth there, and I got to meet like 1,000 people and so many Girl Scouts, and so many like Girl Scouts were inspired by GiftPocket, and they had ideas themselves for like apps or business that they wanted to create, and it was just really awesome to see girls that were inspired by me and realizing that they can follow through with their dreams because I was able to. And so I didn't really see that, but that was also something that really boosted me up and gave me confidence that I really want to do the GiftPocket, because I want to tell other girls and boys and teenagers, anyone, that if they have a dream and they have hard work and determination, they can do it.
All right. So long-term impact. What would you like to be? Of course you want to build a big business, or as big as you care to build it, and you want to have a big impact. Outside of those things, ideally, if you could project out 10 years, 15 years, what would you like the impact of your company to be?
I just think I would love for GiftPocket to be like an app that everyone has on their phone, and just be like a role model for people that like age and like, I don't know, there shouldn't be limitations on when and why you should start a business. I think a lot of people are like, I can't start a business till I'm older, or like I don't have the resources. But I think if people start like working hard and like surrounding themselves with the right people, going out there, I think we're like in a time frame where a lot of things are not as impossible as they used to be, and I just kind of want to help with that process.
Okay. And I usually ask this as the last question on the podcast, so you answer it for as far back as you want to go. But the question typically goes like this: if you could go back to your younger self and give your younger self some advice, what would that advice be?
I think my younger self, I would tell them to be patient and everything's going to work out. I mean, it's been a sort of long journey, and it's been a really fun one. And when you're 12 years old, you don't really know what you're getting yourself into when you say, oh yeah, I'm going to start a business. And I don't think you realize that people are going to tell you no, because you think, oh yeah, like everyone's told you yes most of your life pretty much. And so I think I would have told myself, take those no's because they help you and they keep on pushing you to work harder. And, if they tell you no, that doesn't mean someone else out there is going to tell you yes, and they're going to want to support you or be on your team because someone else loves your idea. But if someone doesn't love your idea, oh well, you just have to move on.
Awesome. Well, Brooke, thank you so much. Really appreciate you spending this time with me. I believe that you have the brightest future, so just keep doing what you're doing. 614 Nation, we end every podcast with my one takeaway, and it is this: if you have a problem, chances are you have a potential business. Just like Brooke did, taking her problem and creating a business, you can too. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of the 614 Startups Podcast. My name is Elio. Peace. Thank you so much for joining us on the 614 Startups Podcast. My name is Elio Harmon. Episodes of the podcast roll out every week, at www.614startups.com and on iTunes. Don't forget, follow us on IG and Facebook at 614 Startups. Peace.